Did you know these 5 facts about horses? Hello everybody, I'm Lizzie and I'm going to go over 5 facts about horses that nobody wants to talk about. I would call them fun facts, but there's nothing fun about them. Fact number 1. Did you know that 90% of the ridden horse is being worked in poorly fitted saddles? This is a conclusion that is supported by research and professional saddle fitters. There's a study titled Feel the Force where they examined saddle fit on the population of riding horses that were considered to be sound and in regular work. Well, long story short, only 10% of those horses came out with no identifiable saddle fit problems. A notable proportion of horses experienced pressure levels that exceeded what is generally considered clinically acceptable. So in other words, 90% of horses that are being ridden are being ridden through pain. So when you hear people say it's not always pain, most likely it is, unless you don't know how to train a horse. Did you know that vet students were taught at veterinary school until 1978 that horses did not have pain receptors? 1978! That just proves how far behind our equine research is. And lo and behold, new research has proven that horses have more nerve endings than humans, plus their skin is thinner. So maybe it's not a great idea to just do the things that our grandparents did, because they didn't have great research back then to prove that what they were doing wasn't super harmful. Did you know that horses that overjump are usually compensating for lack of mobility caused by the saddle? It's kind of seen as a funny thing when a horse way overjumps a jump, but when in reality the horse is overjumping because it's being restricted by its saddle. So it doesn't feel like it can pick up its legs high enough to clear the jump, so it'll overcompensate and overjump to make sure that the legs don't go too low and snag the jump. When you have a saddle that doesn't fit your horse, it'll restrict the shoulder movement. It won't allow the shoulder to pass through the tree freely. So when a horse goes to lift up their legs for a jump, it's now being restricted. That movement is being restricted by the saddle, so they don't have the ability to pick up their legs as high as they need to clear the jump. So the horse will way overcompensate the jump to make sure that they clear it. And sometimes it'll look really extreme. Now, it doesn't always correlate with saddle fit. It can be an unconfident horse that is scared by the jump or inconfident in their jumping skills. So either you have an unconfident horse that needs more training and developing and muscles and things so they feel confident clearing it, or you have a saddle fit issue. Did you know that horses can endure and hide high levels of pain, sometimes until it is severe or chronic? Horses have evolved to be stoic prey animals that survive due to their instincts. They avoid the appearance of showing pain and weakness because of predators. And they are also trained by people to not be reactive. So even if that reaction is to pain, they are trained with pain to not react to pain. So although your horse may not appear lame, it is very possible that they are still dealing with small to high amounts of pain that we're unaware of. Just like that study proves that 90% of the ridden horse is ridden with pain. Did you know that working and performance horses have a shorter lifespan than a companion horse due to the intense physical strain, wear and tear on their joints and their muscles, and obviously the higher risk of injury? On average, a racing horse's lifespan is 13 to 20 years old, when an average companion horse's lifespan is 25 to 30 years old. Also, horses that live their lives in stalls with minimal turnout and restricted food amounts have a shorter lifespan, which kind of goes hand in hand with performance horses because most performance horses are treated that way. Some will consider it royalty treatment, when others know it's human convenience and greed, which leads to the horse having a shorter lifespan. Do horses really love that? Do horses really want that? You let me know. But that's it for my not so fun facts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Sunday. You can go follow me on Instagram and TikTok at SportPony13, and I will see you guys next week Sunday. Bye!